to my lovely, wonderful viewers. Welcome back to another upload. Why am I holding you on such a weird angle? I'm holding you from the side. Well, that is because the sun is directly behind me, so if I hold you there, I don't know, you get a face full of sun, and unless I walk backwards and put the sun behind you, there's a clear shot. But yeah, I'm going to walk and I'm going to do it at a nice little angle like this so you can see the lovely mucky canal. I'm not sure where I'm off today actually. This week the weather has been, as you can see, absolutely gorgeous, and really I haven't really done that much. I've been a bit of a lazy bum this week, so today it's like, right, I need to get my arse into gear and go and do something. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go. I've got an idea, but hey, we'll find out together. As always, we have the one and only Osmosis, the wonderful Aussie. So guys, where I am now is, I'm actually right next to the M65, this motorway here. In that direction we have Preston, and in that direction we have Burnley. And what I'm going to do now is, when you come off the motorway here, you can pull into like a service station along here, and it has plenty of different businesses. Well, he kind of looks how I feel, doesn't he? A bit worn out there, buddy. What do you think, Ozzy? Is he a bit worn out there, eh? Is he a little bit on the worn out side? Obviously chiselling away at something. That's the different businesses. Seem to be filled with cars, so they're probably open for business. And these look like lots of different units here. Who wouldn't want to jump in a motorhome and go travelling, eh? Cool, that, isn't it? Perfect with the weather for window down. So as you can see guys, we are coming up to the main part of the service station. As you can see there, we have the iconic M for McDonald's. And this is where people come in for a pit stop off the M65 motorway. As you can see, it is a travel lodge as well. We have a Costa and a Greggs. We have the click and serve collection point for McDonald's. Have a look in here. Maximum stay of 3 hours. Take a look at this big screen and what it's advertising. Colton's Park. Never been there. So we have a gas station. We can pull in and get all the petrol and diesel and whatnot. Okay guys, I think up here we are approaching the driving centre. This is where people come to take their driving tests. Very nerve-wracking thing taking your driving test. Let me know down in the comments section if you're a driver yourself and how you felt on the day of your test. I mean, me personally, not only did it take me 3 attempts to do my theory, my driving theory, it took me 3 attempts, but it also took me 3 attempts to actually pass my driving test as well. The first time I pretty much did something so simple and I mounted a curb, so that was an instant fail. The only mistake that I made through the entire test, so yeah, that was a big, obviously, disappointment. And then the second one, I actually went to Preston to take my second driving test, and yeah, because obviously I didn't know the area as well as Blackburn. I was more nervous and I just completely messed the test up completely. And then obviously on my third test I was a lot more better, a lot more experienced, and I passed excitably on my third go. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section how many times it took you, because like I say, it isn't an easy thing. You know, some people nail it the first time and other people it takes them just that little longer to do. What I don't like is people who, I don't believe in these crash courses. Now, fair enough, if that's your choice, so you choose to pay, what is it, I don't know, say £200-300 for, what, 10 lessons is it? 10 lessons with a guaranteed pass at the end. So personally, I don't think it's long enough to learn how to drive. I mean, for me, this is like only my personal opinion, but for me, because I think it's such a difficult thing to do and there's so much to remember, so much, you know, like driving conditions, driving on the motorway, driving at night, driving in all weather conditions, I don't really think it is something that you can rush into passing, such as a crash course. So I mean, good for you if you're someone who has done a crash course and passed. Obviously, hats off to you. But I did driving lessons pretty much for 4 years on and off. I think it was around 4 years, and even then, once I had passed, I think you only become a good driver and actually learn how to drive properly once you have passed and you get out on them roads by yourself. I think that's when you really do learn how to drive, when that instructor is no longer sat by your side. So yeah, it's a very difficult thing, I think, driving. Some people can do it with their eyes shut. I mean, obviously I don't advise that because it could be very dangerous, but yeah, some people are just born drivers and they're so good and they're very good at driving, but other people just a little bit more clumsy when it comes to driving. I mean, personally, I wouldn't say I was the best driver in the world, but I was a careful driver. I stuck by the road rules. I never sped. I never used my mobile while driving. you know, I followed the rules, but obviously, like any driver, I did make silly mistakes. So, and the reason why I'm not driving now, I do not have a car, is because it's just so darn expensive. I mean, car insurance alone, and you know, MOT and petrol and tax, it just mounts up, doesn't it? Just absolutely mounts up. And yeah, it is a very expensive thing to drive. So that is why right now I don't have a car. I'd love to get back out on the road again. Sometimes I'm glad I'm not driving, because there's too many boy racings around. There's too many blooming drivers who pretty much abuse the roads and use them as racetracks. And yeah, it's not good. It's not good, and it scares the life out of me. So I'm like, yeah, I'd rather not drive, if I'm honest. But then on the other hand, it is, once you've learned how to drive, the freedom is, you know, amazing. So we are at the other side of the driving centre right now, and you know, like I said, I've never been back up this end. And if we come over here, I've actually got an amazing view over here of Darwin Tower. Let's go take a closer look, shall we? It's like we're round the back of an industrial estate. Lots of factories. Yeah, that is the famous Darwin Tower up there. And I will have to take you guys up there sometime and do a video from up there. Been up there many a times, and you get a good view, of course, over Blackburn. And even on a very clear day, you can see all the way to Blackpool. Thinking, guys, to have a walk down here, because the gates are open. So let's have a bit of a walk down here. Doesn't say any private property. Obviously they have some cones laid out here on this road. That must be for like motorbikes. Do a bit of practicing. This guy's walking up to me, waving at me. Shall I wave back to him? What's up? Why? Which is... Right. Why not?
Because it's government property.
What does that mean?
Well, what's your purpose for being on the test centre?
Well, I've just come to have a look, and I was going to see if I could go in to ask a few questions, maybe.
No, because I'm the manager, you see. You're not allowed, can you not film me either?
Right, well, you approached me, so...
No, because I'm in charge of the test centre. You're not allowed to film on...
Why are you not allowed to film?
Because it's just not permitted.
Who says?
The government.
The government says
Yes.
it not. The government says wherever is publicly accessible.
This is not public. There's no
So
reason
public can't come on here.
There's no reason to come on here.
How do you know that?
There's no reason for you to come on here.
How do you know that?
Well, what's your purpose then?
Well, apparently you know what my reason is, but
No.
you're telling me there's no reason. How do you know I haven't got a reason?
Right, have you got a letter to say you're coming on here?
Do I need a letter?
You said you're going to go to the office to speak to somebody.
Right. So that's a reason in itself, isn't it?
Because that technically the office is actually closed.
Oh, is it? Okay then, that's fine then. That's okay. There's no need to get, you know, all...
You just don't want about filming.
Why not? What's wrong?
Because you're not allowed to film on here.
Who says?
Listen, I'm not going to get into an argument.
Well, you are, because you're telling me something I know I'm perfectly allowed to do, and I'm just asking you what the issue is.
You can go on the other side of the public right away if you want, but not on
Well,
here.
this is publicly accessible, isn't it?
There's a public footpath just been reinstated.
Yeah, but the gates are wide open and it doesn't...
Right?
Right?
Contractors coming in, they're just finishing building works.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, okay, I will leave, but yeah, like I say, See, people just presume, don't they? They walk up to you saying that this isn't, you've got no reason to be here. How does he know? How does he know who I am? How does he know I haven't got some sort of an appointment? I want to come in and inquiry about booking an appointment. I don't know, it could be for loads of reasons. But just to come up and assume, but the government says I'm not allowed to take pictures on here. I think you could be possibly wrong, mate, there. You know, I think again, it's when people start saying stuff like that, I think it's a case of I think it's you who doesn't want me filming on here, not the government, you know. Obviously he didn't like being recorded. You know, obviously, as you can see, perfectly wide open gates. Nothing to state that the public can't walk down here. I mean, what is it? Are you only allowed to drive down here? Is that what it is? Are you only allowed to come down here if you've passed your test? But yeah, as you can see, look, practice bay parking in this car park is forbidden and at all times. Right. So yeah, bit of a strange one that, isn't it? Bit of a strange one. So what's the difference, like I say, me stood here on this perfectly open road and filming into there, than me stood over there and filming? I really don't see the harm, guys. I mean, why do people kick up such a fuss? You know what I mean? Why do people kick up such a fuss when it comes to recording? You know, and again, somebody else who clearly didn't want to be recorded and yet approaches a camera. It's just, where is the logic in that? Can someone explain the logic in that? You don't want to be recorded and yet you walk quite clearly up to a camera. I mean, I thought he was waving me. As you could see, he was walking towards me, quite a long stretch down there, and he was waving at me. Ozzy, we'll have to teach you how to drive, eh? We'll have to teach you how to drive, and you can drive me places. I know one thing's for sure, you drive me up the wall. Yeah, you do. Okay guys, so I have found my way onto this public footpath, which is of course where that guy instructed me to go, behind the test centre. So we're going to see if we can go and take a closer look at it from behind, and he shouldn't have an issue with me filming around here, should he? Blimey, it isn't half filthy behind here though. I'm filled with loads of rubbish and rubble, and once again all the flies. Oh, the flies are attacking me. Are you holding up, Ozzy? You okay? Run from these flies. Yeah, it's not very nice down here, not the nicest of public footpaths. Nevertheless, let's keep trekking through here. Ah! Okay guys, so I'm actually in fits of hysterics here. As you can see, I'm behind the test centre, and yeah, I've got a much better view from over here, so thank you to that gentleman for guiding me over here, because now I'm a lot closer and I can get a better shot, minus the flies around here. I think that was his intentions, to send me around here and be attacked by all these flies. But like I say, nevertheless, it seems to be a lot better place to film from around here. God, it's only a tiny bloody test centre. It's only so small. So yeah, basically I was up this road here, and I couldn't get much of a view from up there, but yeah, here it's a lot better. And if we look over here, look at the view that I get from down here. If I zoom in here, we're like over an industrial estate. There's lots of work going on down there, fertilising whatever it is they're fertilising. says I can't film on here, and then guides me to an even better spot where I can get a better a better view of the place. So much for not being able to film on here. Where I am right now is filled with so many flies. I mean, there's so many little mosquito flies and whatnot along here. It's horrible. I have not got a clue what that is. I think that is what might be attracting all these flies, because as you can see, there are dead flies inside there, but it's not doing too well of a job because there are 1,000 more flies around this part here. So it's attracting them a little bit, but not too much. I mean, I think they'll need a little bit more than just the one bag there. I think they need to be put all the way along this fence. There is a couple more over there, so obviously they're deterring them from going in the building. Yeah, I literally can't believe he guided me from all the way up the top of that path and guided me around here, and now I get a good look of behind the building. So thanks for that, pal. The flies bugging you. The flies bugging you, nos. Let's get out of here. Being attacked by thousands and thousands of flies here. So guys, this is what this place is. United Utilities Waste Water Treatment. So obviously if they follow this road the whole way down here, they're going to be at them. It kind of looks like they're fertilising the ground. Are we on the path? Do you do tours of this place? Do you do tours? Pardon? Can't really hear what he's saying. So guys, we are now in Darwin town centre, and here at this location right here, all of this bit used to be like an indoor market. There's still an indoor market there, but this used to be like an extra added bit that they took down, and as you can see, it is now a lovely seating area with none other than an eagle for the centrepiece. Looks like they're having some work done on the front of the market hall. Lots of people out enjoying themselves in the sunshine, having their lunch. So different round here now, guys. Really a lot different from what it used to be like. Let's have a look at these writing on the wall here. nice. I think Ozzy's a little bit on the poop side. He's just literally decided to take a quick rest here in the shade. We've done a lot of walking again, so as you can imagine he's a little bit on the poop side, aren't you, Ozzy's? I'm gonna have a little bit of a bite to eat while Ozzy rests up. Okay guys, so I have been here before with Matt, but I thought I'd pay a little revisit to this place and see if they pass this time, because last time they told us we couldn't film. So let's see how they respond this time. Yep, guy sat there completely bored. Not much to do, so he sat there on his phone. Super busy they must be. Got another guy over there in his cabin. Again, rushed off his feet, I guess. No, it's okay. I've done it before, so it's all right.
So if you're not supposed to be, it's privacy, isn't it?
Privacy from what?
Well, it's like going into doctor's surgery and filming you while you're having a consultation.
But that's inside a doctor's surgery. This is on a public street.
Is she supposed to be videoing this place?
He probably won't say out if he knows that what's good for him.
He won't say if he knows what's good for him.
I'm stood on a public street, so you're allowed to film from a public street.
But not in a private place.
From a public street, yeah. Stood from a public street, we can.
But that's not public, it's registered.
Yeah, but I'm stood outside, not inside.
But you're still filming.
And?
And you're breaking the law.
Am I? What law am I breaking? Got a Karen sticking her nose in. A lot of people standing around doing that. Look busy.
We're on a break.
You on a break?
Yeah, are you?
What? Am I what?
Bins around there, really interesting.
Some what?
Some bins.
Some bins? Some bins are you too?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah? Anything out in public's amazing when you take a closer look at it. At least you've got a nice smile anyway. Seem very friendly. So how many people do you get through here in a day then, do you think?
No comment.
No comment. Surprise, surprise. Such a hard, difficult question. Probably not a lot. Okay. So I will give these guys on here a pass. But this lady, Nosy Parker, gets a fail. Oh, am I going to get a can back here? Am I going to get a can back? Looks like she's giving me a can back. She really doesn't like public filming. Really doesn't like public filming. Why? Okay. Public photography is weird, then, you know. It's really? Am I recording your daughter? I can't even see your daughter. Right, well I can't even see your daughter from here. I can't even see your daughter. Shut up. Freaking hell, some people like to stick their noses into other people's businesses, don't they? That guy's hiding behind there. He's got the right idea. He's hiding away. Oh, she's got a phone above the car. You're not allowed to do that. She's got a phone above the car. Look.
You're breaking the law by recording.
What law am I breaking? Your mum said that, or whoever she is. Do you want to tell me what law I'm breaking? I don't need to. Because they didn't tell me to stop. She did. If you're getting your child out, I'll turn my camera away because I'm not a nonce. Public photography is not a crime. I don't film kids. Right, well I'm not filming her. Even though I can, I'm perfectly allowed to. I'm not going to. Can I not? I don't need your permission, you're in public. I don't, you're in public. Very good parenting you're doing there. Nice language you're using around your child. Yeah, well I'm not filming your child. Well, I'm not recording your child, so mind your own business. If your mum hadn't drawn attention to herself, I wouldn't have been recording you. But your mum had to stick her nose in and tell me I can't do something I'm perfectly allowed. Am I not? Well, I did do, so what are you going to do? I'm a nonce just because I'm stood here with a camera, am I? Have you never taken a picture? Honestly, some people thinking I'm taking... Oh look, we've got a crowd here now. What? See, that's what you get when you get a camera out. You get called all sorts when people just need to open their eyes up and see that this is allowed and there's nothing wrong with it. What happened to the good old days of people just smiling at the camera and saying hello? Well, at least you haven't told me to stop filming and call me a nonce like this lady has done. So, you look very busy, you lot, anyway. Very busy. What? He must be the no comment guy. I wonder how many customers you've had in here today. What? I don't want a test, thank you very much. Why would I want one of them? I'll stand around, see how many people come through the doors, eh? Because I bet you're going to be rushed off your feet now, aren't you? Some very mouthy people around that just like to stick their nose in, and rather than ask questions and inquiry, they like to presume. Isn't it, Noddy? A lot of people like to make assumptions. Oh, still here. Hide, quick. It's a camera. it, Ozzy? What do you think, eh? What do you think? There's some very silly people around, isn't there, Ozzy? So can I film you now since you haven't got your daughter with you? Is that alright? Nonce. Why am I a nonce? Because I'm studying with a camera. Why does that make me a nonce? Do you not know what public photography is? Eh? Do you not know how to have a civil conversation with somebody? You just like to make assumptions. Do you not want to have a civil conversation? You just want to call me a nonce? Yeah, you'll be all over YouTube later anyway, making a fool of yourself. Well guys, I have to say that is the very first time that I have been called a nonce in my entire life. And if any of you could see a child's face in any of them clips, please slate me as much as you want in the comment section, because I wasn't even filming her child. I only filmed her and her mum because they drew attention to themselves, as a lot of people do in these videos. But it just goes to show you don't have to be a male to be called a nonce. You can be a female holding a camera and that makes you a nonce according to some people as well. I have to say that hurt just a little bit. Not enough to obviously get me to stop doing this, as always, but yeah, it still kind of struck me right there in between the heart nevertheless. So as always guys, if you did enjoy this upload, please like, share and subscribe, and until the next time, bye.